This week, it's the North London Derby, and on AFTV Picks, we've got something big to give away. We are giving away a 50-inch HD 4K TV. Trust me, you want to get this. You want to sit down there, watch your TV, and watch Arsenal smash Tottenham in full HD. So what are you waiting for? Get involved right now in our AFTV Picks. It's very simple. Just make your quick selection and you could win yourself the TV. The link is in the description, so get involved now. Come on, you Arsenal.
Hi and welcome to the build-up show with myself, Cecil Jee and James B, and we are looking at the North London, I wanted to swear then, the North London Derby. I'm excited.
I'm pumped for this. I'm really pumped for this.
This is a big game. This is
it's one of those you want to be out there playing it, even though I'd be trash.
I was going to say.
I'd be awful, but it's like, you know when you're watching a game, you're like, I want to be on the pitch, I want to be...
Yeah, do you know what?
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not, because I'd be terrible and we'd lose, but...
I mean, you know, rate yourself a little bit. You know, you're a good player. I've seen it.
Nah, come on.
Anyway. I've been doing them 5K, trying to do 5K runs, and I feel like I could be fit for the game. But do you know what? Every time I step out, I'm blowing.
Fair enough.
I would not be ready. But before we start, guys, listen. Check out AFTV Media on Snapchat. All the behind the scenes access. You get everything there. All the things you don't get to see. Last week, I gave you a live behind the scenes. I don't know, I messed up. It was weird. It wasn't good. But check that out on Snapchat. Also check out the new Mother's Day videos that have been released today on AFTV's Instagram and Twitter of the people you guys love. Ty, Lee, Kelechi, Pepe. See what their mums have to say about them and Arsenal.
And your mum, big up.
And big up Mama G.
Mumsy.
Yeah, hold up Mama G as well. She's in there as well, so big up her. But yeah, go check that all out. Before we move forward, no, actually no. Before let's get straight into it. I know you've got.
Was there something you wanted to say? Was there no? Maybe just a big Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mums. I don't know how many mums watch this.
Well, I'd imagine there's a strong audience.
Do you think there's a strong mum audience?
Probably not, but maybe.
But you never know. Yeah, big up the mums anyway. But let's get into today's show. Now I know you want to break down who plays today, Willian or Pepe. Who starts over each other? Now, let us know in the comments who you would start. None of them may start. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Well, they might not. They might put
could be Aubameyang on the left and Nagker up top.
Yeah, Robbie's. That's what he wants.
That's what he wants to see. Yeah.
Yeah, he nearly punched me in the face during shooting.
God, I remember that.
Just because.
Just before he aired me, was it? Yeah.
So let's look at our starting 11s. Cecil, you go first. We'll get him back.
He was looking at me. He went,
I know.
Let's have a look at starting 11s. And
Cecil,
you go first. I was like... He knew what he was doing.
Make sure you guys check that out later. Check that out on the warm-up. All right. There's a lot of things to get through today, but let's go start with this.
There is. So I really wanted to look into this today. And actually, I think I might have maybe unearth some answers. So quite excited to go through this. The big question, and we'll highlight him here as you can see him on the left of the Arsenal starting 11. This was the starting 11 that started in the last game against Olympiacos. Willian, he's been getting the game time over Pepe recently. He's been getting the call up in the big games, and I think a lot of people have been wondering why. He's done well, you know, he's getting the assists, you know, the numbers look good. He's working quite hard. I think he's looking quite safe on the ball, but I think it's fair to say that even in brief cameos, Pepe's looking more impressive. So the big question for everyone is, why is it Willian who's playing over Pepe? Now, I gave this a lot of thought. First thing I wanted to do was look at their numbers, and I'm looking only in the Premier League. The reason I look at the Premier League is Pepe's racked up much more minutes in the Europa League playing, let's face it, 5-6 games against weaker opposition in the Europa League group stage. So I wanted to go in the Premier League. Now, if you look, there's actually not that big a difference in starts. 14 for Willian, 10 for Pepe. I found this quite funny. Willian's got 0 goals and 5 assists in the league. Pepe's got 5 goals and 0 assists. Kind of off that immediately tells you what kind of players they are.
Yes.
One's a finisher, a forward, the other's a creator.
I'm excited for this.
I then looked at big chances created for the season in the league. Willian's on 5, Pepe's on 0. Now I must mention, Pepe's created 7 big chances in the Europa League, but we're not looking at that because, again, level of opposition, I want to be fair. Then I think it's these numbers further down where it gets even more interesting. For key passes per match, per 90, Willian averages 1.2 per 90. Pepe averages 0.3. And then Pepe even scores lower in touches per 90, per game, averaging 31.8 touches per game to Willian's 40.6.
I find that very... I'm going to talk about this a lot because I don't know what you've got prepared and I'm excited to see it. So, obviously, Willian's had more game time, which we
slightly.
Only not by much.
Yeah.
I know fans get up on uproar like, why are we always seeing Willian? But it's not much, loads more. That goals and assists tally, that is very interesting, by the way. That's kind of thrown me. And him getting on the ball more. Now really thinking about it, when Pepe plays, not that he gets isolated, but I'm trying to think of definitely in the Man City game, he was not getting on the ball at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. And I think that's just down to the way they play. But I know a lot of people criticise him for not doing much, but that's what Man City do. Willian, he's getting more on the... He's being found more. I don't know what that's down to. Do you think that's down to the starts? So this is per game, though, isn't it?
I think it's a style thing. I think it's purely a style thing. And a lot of people say, why is Willian playing over Pepe? But in reality, it's not really a fair comparison because Willian, and I've said this for a while, he's a wide number 10. He's a wide creator, whereas Nicolas Pepe is playing much more as a forward, or a wide forward, let's say. Similar to your Son, your Salah, your Mane. I'm not saying he's as good as them, but similar type of style. Sterling as well. Yeah. He's not expected to be a creator from those wide areas, like, say, Bernardo Silva is for Man City out on the right when he plays there. That's kind of what Willian's expected to do for us. So it got me wondering, okay, well, if that's the case, then why are we seeing Willian play so much more than Pepe? So what? There's a difference. We can see, all right, Willian gets on the ball more, but Pepe scores more goals. Surely that's more important. So then I looked a little bit further, and it kind of got me thinking about what Arteta wants from his starting 11.
Would you say what's more important there? Sorry, the goals or the assists? But the assists...
Well, let me go into it. So I started thinking about the creators and the runners in our team. You see where I'm going with this. So I've made a little diagram here on the pitch. In the blue are the runners.
This is like a GCSE math.
I know,
this
do you
is
like
a
it?
maths thing.
I know.
There's another, sorry, just quickly, there was a super chat saying, from PP saying, here we go, sorry, just because Odegaard here, Arrow, like this, Smith Rowe. Now I know it's greater than or whatever, but I don't know which way.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, okay, because this GCSE stuff is mad. Explain this.
So, out on the right, I've got my runners. Out on the left, I've got my creators, and then in the middle, I've got the players who can do a bit of both. So I think Saka, we've seen he's one. You only got to look at his assists against Benfica, the way he slotted it in. He's a creator, but he's also a runner. Look at the runs against Burnley. Smith Rowe, we know he likes to get in beyond. He's someone who likes to almost get into the pockets, run beyond, leave space for Lacazette when he drops in, that kind of thing. And Martinelli, we've not seen as much of him this season, but he can do both.
Smith Rowe.
I think he's a bit of a both, creator and a runner. He's got a bit of power behind his run. He gets beyond. He creates via movement and opening space and pockets.
Okay, fair.
Odegaard, out on the left, along with Willian and Lacazette, I think they come into that 10 space. Definitely. They come into the pockets. They want to get the ball. They want to knock it. They want to get it again. They want to create using their ability on the ball. And Pepe and Aubameyang, look, Pepe can create, but that's not what he predominantly does in this Arsenal team. He's the one getting beyond. He's breaking the lines. Look at the goal against Southampton, where he's the one on the shoulder, takes it on the left and scores. Similar goal against Wolves, really. I mean, slightly different. So I split it into this, and it got me thinking that Mikel Arteta seems to want, and I can't take full credit for this, big credit to James McNicholas at The Athletic and Gunner blog, but he got me thinking and looking into it a little bit more. Arteta seems to want 2 creators and 2 forwards. So in that front four, 2 who drop deep to get the ball, and then 2 who run beyond. So I looked at 5 games that we played very recently. I'm just going to pop them up here. Recently against Olympiacos, my 2 creators are Willian and Odegaard, and my 2 runners are Aubameyang and Saka. Now, if you look at their positions here, Willian slightly deeper than Aubameyang, and Odegaard slightly deeper than Saka. Aubameyang and Saka were the 2 furthest men on the pitch, despite Saka playing on the right and Willian on the left. Really, from a sort of a formation perspective, there shouldn't be much difference. But if you look at Odegaard, he's coming right towards Saka and even just slightly further right of Thomas Partey, whereas Willian is dropping in and coming inside of Kieran Tierney. I go back to a game before that. I look at Burnley. This is slightly different, not as clear-cut. Saka and Odegaard obviously very close there. Aubameyang's the furthest forward. But look at the chances Saka missed against Burnley when it was Aubameyang who fed him through. Then there was that other chance where he was running through on goal as well. Saka is very much trying to make those penetrative runs. Okay, this one doesn't show it to you as much, but it's still an example there. Now here we've got something different, because against Leicester we had a very different front three. My creators here are Willian and Lacazette, who are deeper than Smith Rowe and Pepe. And look how high Pepe is. Typically where Saka would be playing as well in that position, he's the runner as well. Smith Rowe and Lacazette is even deeper than our number 10. Smith Rowe is getting in beyond, and Smith Rowe is the one who's getting beyond the striker and trying to make that run and trying to stretch the space. We go again before that. Benfica, looking at runners and creators again. This time, Smith Rowe is playing on the left with Odegaard on the 10, Saka on the right, and Aubameyang. Look how high Saka is in our average positions, and look at Smith Rowe, wedged in between Xhaka and Tierney, the number 32. So he's coming really deep to get the ball.
Yes. So he's like a high. So Smith Rowe, he does flip between the both. Then I know you said he's a creator and a runner, so he can do.
And why did I have him in this graphic here, which I'm going to bring it back up again?
I just want to give a clap early doors. This is sick.
Thank you. That's why he sits in between, because he does a bit of both. But if I go back to this, so runners and creators, Odegaard here, look at him out on the right again. That's where he's picking up the ball as a creator.
Yeah.
You see, I go one beyond, Aston Villa. Now this time it's very different, because we've got Pepe starting on the left and Saka starting on the right. That's why I brought this one up. Look at where Lacazette and Smith Rowe are, very, very deep. Where are Saka and Pepe? The two highest men on the pitch from wide areas, which is why it's got me thinking about the balance he wants in his front three. Now, Saka could play as a creator, but I think he loves the run of Saka getting in beyond. Yeah. And so he doesn't want to play Pepe. He wants a Smith Rowe left or a Willian left when Aubameyang's up top. But maybe if Lacazette was playing up top, he would be happy to play Pepe. So, how does this look in practice? Well, if I just get this up here. Thank you very much.
So this is class.
This is our 11 versus Olympiacos. Now, again, Willian's there on the left, Odegaard, it's a 4-2-3-1.
Okay, so let's just identify the creators and the runners early doors.
Yeah. So for me, the creators here are Odegaard and Willian. Odegaard was very often, you got to look at the goal that he scored, where he scored it from, how often he was linking up with Bellerin and Saka. He's always coming out to the... God, I wish I'd looked at the pass combinations now. That would have been...
Yeah, that would have been... But you know what, to back this up even more, because I know some people might be saying, Willian a creator, what the hell? He has the most assists for Arsenal. Seven
assists this season in all comps. So,
he's at the top.
I'm getting a message from someone on Instagram, thank you. Odegaard is popping left to get the ball, and Willian is coming more in field. Aubameyang is then holding that kind of left forward run. Look at where he scored the goal against Benfica, for example. Yeah. And Saka's holding the kind of the right forward. Xhaka is then dropping in to get the ball, and Partey is the one who's trying to get on it to create. He's trying to use... I mean, look at some of the lovely balls he played against Burnley, against Olympiacos. He's the one who's expected to dictate and create. Bellerin and Tierney getting forward. Now, if I just play this along... Sorry to cut you there. If I just play this along...
There we go. He's going to answer my question.
You're getting into this kind of formation. Almost like a 3-5-2.
Yeah.
If I just play it on slightly more. Yeah. Kind of a 3-5-2, where Aubameyang is the highest player. Saka does a bit of both, but mainly he's trying to play on the shoulder. And Odegaard and Willian are going to get the balls into those pockets. What I'm going to do right now is add an opposition. You'll see them pop in here. So when Gabriel's got the ball, Partey's the one who's typically come to show for it. And when he gets it, the idea is that he's got two in between the lines. Now, I've played basically a front three and a midfield three, because typically teams play 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's the opposition you got there. When Partey's getting that ball, look at the goal against Burnley. What did he do? Threaded it through midfield into that pass to Willian. Yeah.
He's done it twice, didn't he? In the other game last as well.
He did.
Started the move.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Odegaard's also there to get the ball, but typically it goes into Willian, and if it doesn't, actually, let me just take that back for a second.
This is fascinating, because when Xhaka's in that position, not that we don't enjoy seeing Xhaka taking up that left back space. However, when he's in this space, he's also can be detrimental. I mean, that's where the mistakes happen. He's playing a role that he shouldn't really be in there.
I'm with you. I'm not all for Xhaka playing as this left centre back, but when he does, it allows Tierney to get forward and know he's protected, and it allows Partey the space of the field to dominate. Yeah. So Willian might get the ball and run like he did against Burnley, or it comes back. Partey on the ball, looks for Odegaard, who makes the space, and Saka makes the run. Yeah. That is what I wanted to show today. A little idea as to why Willian might be playing out on that left-hand side, why we saw Smith Rowe play there before him, and why Pepe's not getting the same game time, because I think he sees Pepe as a like for Saka, either on the right or as the left winger, But when we've got a Lacazette up front who drops into midfield positions, and you've only got to look at this graphic again here with, in the Aston Villa game to see how deep Lacazette comes to get the ball. And yeah, that hopefully, while we may like it or not...
It's fascinating. Can we stay on this for a little piece?
Yeah.
Just because, this is... People watching, I mean, big up James always, the stat man, the magician, he's breaking things down. I know this week he was speaking and he said, I've got something interesting and something I've picked up on and this is it. And honestly, James, man, again, this is sick. I just want to, do you know what it is? I'm looking at it and thinking, boy, you've taught me a lot here, and I'm thinking about what is Arteta's other outlets in our possession or in play. One is, this is definitely it, either into Odegaard or Willian, and then I look at Luiz as well, when things get congested and tight, and this is shut off, because I always criticise Arteta for saying there's no plan B, there's no other options. When things are stuck, what do you do? We don't just play out the back all the time, but Luiz normally picks up the ball and tries to find it down the line for Saka, for the runner, to create space. There's more than one outlet, I think, today, and the only thing I worry about at times is the personnel good enough for this? And yes, there's times it's worked for what you've shown us today, but at times we've been caught out by it. So this is.
But I think that's a great question. I think a lot of the reasons why we're making our mistakes playing out the back, or why we're not clinical enough, is simply because the personnel aren't to the level they need to be. We do not pepper opposition teams got. We don't. We have a lot of the ball. We sit in their territory a lot. We knock it about really nicely. We might create 3 good chances in one half, but that's not really enough. We don't create 6, 7, 8 good chances, which the very, very top teams do, or they do in their best form. So I agree, absolutely, there's a personnel thing, but it really got me wondering, why do we keep seeing Willian start? He's doing fine. I haven't got necessarily a problem with it. I think Pepe looks better. Yeah. But I hope this goes some way towards explaining why that might be, because 2 creators, 2 runners, I honestly think that's the thing he's going for. And again, big up James McNicholas, who's Gunner blog at The Athletic, who planted that idea in my head, but I wanted to look into it, analyse it, break down the last few matches, see where we're seeing it, and look at the numbers with Willian and Pepe head to head. It's fascinating. It
is. I'm in this conversation room now. I'm involved, James. Now I want to talk about quickly.
It's a good discussion, isn't
it? It is, because now I want to talk about, just quickly before we move on, guys, we have not a short show, but we got this. We go into Danger Man when you send in your 11s, and then we'll build your 11s. But before we move on from this, if Aubameyang and Lacazette were to start, how does it work?
So for me, if I just go to... Actually, John, let's just open this back up.
Let's have a look at from the beginning. Cool.
So I think if you're talking Aubameyang on the left, yeah?
Yeah, because that's what this is what Robbie's decided, guys. This is what he wants for today. So
Lacazette comes in, yeah?
How's the creator and the runners work?
Well, for me, it goes back to that sort of diagram I showed. What's it called? There's a maths
this is what I'm saying. It's a maths
Venn diagram. Am I being an idiot?
No, I don't know.
Can people let us know in the comments?
Yeah,
I'm being really thick. I'm really sorry.
Bro, I don't know.
It might be Venn diagram.
The greater than sign confuses me at the moment. Let's go. Let's get onto this.
It's a great question. The way it probably works.
Go on.
One of 2 things. Either you still got Saka and Aubameyang with Odegaard and Lacazette dropping like that.
So then does Odegaard and Lacazette become the creators?
Yeah.
And then perfect.
Probably. What I would say about this front four, it's got a little bit more balance. Laka can get in beyond, Saka can be a creator.
Venn diagram.
It is a Venn diagram. Nice. And then you'd have something, if we just move them along, then you'd have something...
A Carroll diagram. Right, this is taking me right back to school. Venn diagram. Sorry. Yep.
Then you have something like this, whereas Lacazette and Odegaard dropping deep to get it.
Yeah, that's what we're likely to see.
Saka offering the sort of the runs in behind
that
or forward
works.
Or whatever. Yeah, it could be that. It could even be. I don't think it would be, but it could even be this.
I wonder. Oh, actually, let's have a look.
Or more like I don't think so. Saka doesn't really take up.
No, he
positions.
doesn't.
But Saka's so good, he can do what Odegaard does there, or
he can do everything across the 4 of what they all offer. Saka possesses the ability to do it, which is fascinating. Partey and Xhaka, I wonder who's I think they're still trying to figure out who plays the deeper role and the defensive role and who plays the creative role. I think they make a decision on it on the day, but I don't know if it's fully coached in yet. I don't know if you agree.
No, I think it is typically. I think it's always Partey who's the more involved in the build-up, and it's Xhaka who sits and is disciplined. I think that could be really key for us today because Son, Bale, Kane, they'll be up there. They'll cause us problems.
Yeah.
I today didn't want to do much analysis on Spurs because
No.
you know, I don't care. It's about let's turn up and do our job today.
Exactly. Let them worry about us today.
Yeah.
I sound like one of the managers again. Oh,
those cliches. Yeah.
Let's not think about them. Get your mind on the game. It's all about us.
Leave it all on the pitch. Yeah.
Getting these flashbacks, just like it's
PTSD.
PTSD of just managers. Anyway, right, shouting. Right. Anyway, thank you, White Heart Pain, for your super chat. I like that name. Thank you for that. It's now my time. It's time where the show gets a bit silly. It's time for me to get... Well, it's not silly because it's serious. We talk about the Danger Man. But before we start, I need to big up Robert, and make sure I get this right quickly.
What are you doing?
Robert, no, because obviously I've got his name. Big up Daniel Robert. I hope you're watching. Daniel Robert, you are a legend, okay? We are now going into Danger Man section. One more time.
Did you ask him to make that?
I promise you, Mum's life. Daniel Robert, you are a top legend. Listen, I love this channel. I love everyone. I love you all, right?
You asked him to make that.
I didn't ask him. He messaged me on Instagram and said, bro.
Is that what the speaker was there for?
I hit the speaker.
Oh my God. I was on such a high after that analysis.
Bro, it's my time. Daniel,
was that you singing?
Yeah, that was me singing as well. So copyright people, Sony, whoever, it's me. He's auto-tuned my voice. He used GarageBand. Again, I'm going to say his name, Daniel Robert. He messaged me in the week. He said, I'm a fan of your show. I made you an intro to the music. Instead of me singing, he created that. I am gassed.
I love how you said copyright.
Laser Gaming said...
Stormzy might take it.
Yeah, Stormzy might use it in one of his diss tracks. He's due one. He might put it in. Danger Man on the... I'm not gonna do that. Laser Gaming says voice of an angel. Yeah, I can't sing. Allow me, man. I tried to learn that, but that was Danger Man. That's our new intro, guys. So get used to hearing that every week. One more time. Danger Man.
That is you, isn't it?
There's the head movement as well. That's me. Right, so we're gonna go straight in, yeah? Danger Man section today. It's the obvious, and I know people are laughing in the comments. James is not having it. Football Champ says James is not having it. Yeah, there's a lot of James is pissed. It's okay. We can get used to that though. We can get used to that. It's not that bad. If you want a little feature on it, we can talk to Daniel. Anyway, back to this. So, the Danger Man of this week is Harry Kane. It's obvious, I know. I'm fully aware. It's the obvious one. And if I'm honest, I don't watch a lot of Tottenham. I don't enjoy them, I don't like them, I never have done, obviously. Been an Arsenal fan, so I don't watch a lot of their games. During this week, I had to look at his stats. Mm-hmm. I have to say, they are mental. I'm going to break some down for you.
They're horrendously good.
They're ridiculously good. I didn't think he was this good. I didn't realise how good he was, but... This little celebration. Anyway, Harry Kane is the all-time highest goal scorer in Arsenal versus Spurs matches in all competitions, netting 11 goals against the Gunners in total. Just on that, so he's got 11 goals against us in total. His goal tally this season is 16 goals. He has 13 assists.
In the league or all comps?
I think that's all comps, I believe.
It
might be in the league.
No, it's the league.
It's the league. Sorry, my bad. Yeah. Go on, James. Matches, he's started 25. He's been available for 25, started 25. So anytime he's available, he's starting.
He plays, yeah.
Which is, I mean, as a striker, that's the biggest thumbs up for you and the best feeling ever. Like I said, 16 goals, 13 assists, chances created 39. I've honed in on chances created. One, because he's a striker. He does the dropping in deep role sublimely well, and he does the scoring of the goals sublimely well. It's very annoying. Just to put it in perspective for you guys, okay? So in the top 20, goals and assists this season, the league table, Harry Kane is ranked first, obviously with 16 and 13, but he ranks above Bruno Mars, thank the heavens. Bruno Fernandes, he ranks higher than Bruno Fernandes and his partner Son. He's also ranked higher than Kevin De Bruyne as well in assists and chances created in total.
Wow.
That's all I'm going to say on Harry Kane.
Wow.
Danger Man, I'm not going to play the song again, but he is a Danger Man. Obviously, we've got to look out for him. I'm sure everyone knows Harry Kane's been on tremendous form this season, but he's the one we've got to watch.
My biggest worry about Spurs is their front three, very much led by Harry Kane. Mm-hmm. It's Son and Bale. It's where they're going to be, who they're going to one-on-one with Luiz, one-on-one with Gabriel or Mari, whoever it might be. I do worry about them, and I think Partey or Xhaka are going to have a big job to do on Kane, you know, because he will drop into those spaces, but he pops up everywhere, in the box, on the edge,
he does.
You know, set pieces, he's dangerous, he's irritatingly good. We hate him because he's so good.
Exactly
and that's the reality. But the funny thing about Spurs is, you know, he's done danger man, but it's kind of danger men because it's their front three.
Of course.
But
I don't want to give him that though, James. I hear that. You're right.
I know.
I didn't want to give him that. You heard expressions.
Well,
of the
actually,
week.
well, I'm about to be a bit critical here, and I really hope it doesn't come back to bite me here. But if their front three, I'm so scared of. But their midfield and back four, I'm actually not worried about.
Yeah.
It's the front three that terrify me, because I think if we do our job, we'll stop Højbjerg, we'll stop Winks, we'll stop Ndombele. Ndombele's a class player, to be fair. We might stop Lo Celso, we might stop Lucas Moura, whoever it might be. I actually back us player for player to win the midfield battle. But that's kind of irrelevant, because if the front three get it in dangerous areas, doesn't matter how good Luiz is playing, doesn't matter how good Mari's playing, or Gabriel, or whoever's playing, Tierney, Bellerin, Cedric, they're so good that they'll make their own luck regardless of who they're against.
I hear that.
And that's what scares me, is that it's almost like we could have a 10 out of 10 defensive performance, but they score goals from in the box, out the box, set pieces, whatever. I'm not trying to big them up too much here, but I'm just trying to really emphasise that it's the front three that terrify me, and if we keep them quiet, if they're having an off day, we can win
the game. Yeah, I agree.
I really believe that.
Camille Ahmed, thank you for your super chat. Roby Joby says, what do you mean you didn't know how good he was? He's England's best player. Now, this is what annoys me, is like, I just refuse to accept that. And he's been on tremendous form. Like you said there, I'm going to say this to you guys as well. I think we can actually win this if we stop those three, because like you said, like, Mourinho sets up
Højbjerg 30-yard scream at you just know it's coming.
We're going to have to bite on these words. But Mourinho sets up in a way, especially against the big teams, that he's very defensive, and I still think today he's going to be very defensive. And I know it sounds crazy. I don't think he's going to go out and go all-out attack. I think he's going to do the low block, because we actually struggle to break it down. Yes, there's the times when we've got better, but I really think we struggle against the low block. Burnley was a perfect example of that last week. So I just think that if we stop those front three, like you said, we'll be fine, because if we just get in behind that back, the low block, because I don't think their players are that great in defence, and keep the front three quiet, we're definitely in for a chance of winning this game. We just need to make sure we keep them very quiet. Guys,
we do.
That is it for the Danger Man section. It's time to build your 11s, get them in. Let's do this. Let's get it going.
Quite relieved there's no outro music.
No, there's no outro music yet, Daniel.
Please don't make it.
Everybody in the comments, there's a lot of people watching. Thank you for joining us as well. We're doing Danger Man, so let's get this in. But I'm just saying, there's a lot of Tottenham and Arsenal banter in these comments today.
I'm sure there is.
A lot of Arsenal. North London is red, North London is white. Spurs up.
Yeah.
Camille Ahmed says, why is Robbie suggesting taking Leno out of the team? It's a super chat. Edison and Alisson have made more mistakes this season, and no sane City or Liverpool plans would replace them with Matt Ryan. Disappointed.
I see what they're saying.
Well, I hear that. Cool. I'm just waiting for the 11s to pop up. They should be flying in now. Here we go. You ready? Oh, you're going to go for it? Do you want to go for it? Are you going for it?
Oh, I thought just before we do.
All right, go on.
AFTV VIP.
Here we go.
This is what we need intro music for, not Danger Man. This.
Oh.
We need like a. I'm not going to sing, but that kind of thing. You know.
We'll get there.
We need like a.
A nice little
VIP. That'd be crap, wouldn't it? Tell your friend to make that.
All right.
After you paid him for Danger Man.
I didn't pay him. He made it and messaged me.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Legend. Anyway.
Yeah, of course.
All right, VIP.
Right, guys. Go check out AFTV VIP, as always, $2.99 a month, and you get all sorts of exclusive content that you don't get on YouTube, you don't see anywhere else, content such as the Forever Arsenal podcast, which you can see on your top left, with me, Turkish Lee and Mo. We had Helen step in, we've had Robbie step in, sometimes there's the odd special guest. Will you come and join us one day?
One day, maybe.
Maybe. But you got your own show. Tell them about it.
Yes, I have How's Your Touch, where we put fans and the AFTV regulars against me in football challenges, because Yeah, I rate myself at football. I mean, come out of the game for a while, but I know...
I hear the influence have been winning too many
No, not
challenges.
that. James is just...
We might replace you.
That's not going to happen because... No,
Okay,
not at all. I play with the top strikers in this country. Football, I don't know if you know about Donny. No,
You played with the top strikers?
Not Harry Kane.
Right, okay.
You know, the Rashford, you know... Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, yeah. Don't you know?
I heard you were a Crawley Town legend.
Oh... I'm not a Crawley Town legend. That was a touch.
Statue being built. No? Fair enough.
This is getting out of hand. Go check out the AFTV VIP. Out of touch. Great show on there. Great show. A bit of banter. We'll see if Robbie can kick ball. Loads of people. Kelechi, Lee. They all have opinions on
Turkish.
football.
They've all been on it.
They've all been on it. Turkish.
DT's was funny, to be fair.
DT's was great.
Yeah. And go check out the press box as well and Ice Bar. So press box, you get to hear the opinions and sort of thoughts from journalists who are there in the press box, watching Arteta, hearing Arteta on the touchline. The insight they give you is something completely different. Kaya Kanak, very recently from Football London, great insight into what Arteta's like on the touchline. Ice Bath, hear what Robbie is feeling after a game, the day after. You know, it's Robbie does all the presenting, he's always asking us how we feel. That's your chance to hear how he's feeling about it. And a brand new show, you've got to hear on the left, access all areas.
I didn't know this was out already.
It's out from the Olympiacos game. You get to see what it's like behind the scenes when the goals are going in, half time, how we're feeling before, how we're feeling after. It's very raw stuff, right? It's very raw. You can see like lead judges and I arguing at half time about things. It's good fun though. Definitely give that a watch. And of course, all the YouTube content that is on is ad-free if you watch it via the app. So as long as you're subscribed, you can watch it completely ad-free. And you get a bunch of free stuff as well, like your latest articles. Go check out Robbie's Read of the Week. All sorts of editors' picks. You can see all our articles going up. And even things like poll. You have to vote in the poll for free.
What is the poll today?
Who's your man of the match versus Olympiacos? Gabriel, surely. Should we see what people are saying?
Yeah, go on. What's everyone saying?
Yeah, 60%.
Gabriel,
Odegaard got a lot of votes, and I think rightly so. And then you can do your AFTV Picks, of course. That's a big part of it. Go win Robbie's money. I'm not logged in on this one because I'm logged in on my phone. And the big thing, build your starting 11s. We've got, 5 minutes or so to build a couple of 11s.
Yes.
Share them online, tag us, and we'll see and we'll discuss who you want to see. So, who do the fans want to see?
Let's do this. I'm just going to quickly do a super chat from Bayson Bai. I'm not going to say his name because they're trying to catch me out, from Galatasaray, but thank you for your super chat. Appreciate it. Let's quickly just pull up. Just going to bring up this one. Christian G, a regular. Oh, he's got his 11. Let's go with
Brilliant.
Christian G's 11. Okay, Leno in goal. Cedric, Gabriel, David Luiz and Tierney.
Interesting. Luiz.
Interesting. Is this right?
Gabriel. Okay, yeah, that's.
What did I go with?
I went with
this.
I went Mary.
Yeah, I went with this.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, let's not fall out. This is a good start.
Yeah.
Xhaka and Partey in the midfield.
Best Thomas Partey, Granit Xhaka.
Did you go for that in the midfield as well?
Huh?
Xhaka and Partey in the midfield. Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
Okay. Saka, Odegaard, Pepe.
Where is Saka? Odegaard. Oh, that's Callum Chambers in the 10 apparently. Odegaard.
Why does Saka look so angry in his photo?
Pepe. Where on
So
earth?
does Balogun.
Yep.
So angry. Oh, sorry, and Aubameyang up top. Thank you, Christian, for your super chat. So this is your 11. I mean, I wouldn't be angry if I saw this. I really wouldn't. The only change I put in here for my one was Lacazette instead of Aubameyang, which Robbie nearly punched me for. But I contacted HR, and it was Robbie on the phone, and nothing happened.
What was this? Sorry, what?
when I'm joking, Lacazette. When I said,
God, yeah, he was getting, yeah. Sorry, I
panicking.
was taking the 11, and he said you called HR. I was like, sorry, what happened?
We haven't got HR is Robbie.
No, Robbie is HR.
Yeah, he is everything.
I filed many complaints that have not been dealt with.
Yes, 100, so have I. Let's go into Ashish, your 11. Leno, Bellerin,
Bellerin keeps
Chambers.
his place.
Bellerin, Chambers, Mari and Tierney.
This is very rotated, isn't it? Where's Mary? Yeah.
Okay. Xhaka and Partey.
Okay, cool.
Interesting. Ashish, sorry, I should tell you. Saka, Emil Smith-Rowe and Pepe. How's that going to work? Hold on. So Saka, yeah. And then Aubameyang up top. Okay.
Well, you got your two creators and runners there. If Saka's kind of, going to be the creator.
Yeah.
Of the front four.
Saka and then Emil Smith-Rowe. Yeah, you'd have the runners. Okay, cool. The back line looks a bit ish.
Yeah,
No, actually,
it looks a little rusty to me.
Yeah, it doesn't look ish. It should be trusted, but Yeah, like you said, it's like it'll be like a new. It's a rotated back line, to be fair. But for me, not for today. We need to win this. I think we can rotate in the second game on Thursday.
Hopefully, man.
Against,
I mean, like sensibly, but yeah, I think we can. I hope we can.
Sam says, James, you are the best. Whoosh. Good job. I think he like typed it and then.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
That 2019 kit James is wearing is class from Mustafa.
Yeah, this is like my favourite shirt. I love it.
Yeah,
I absolutely love it.
Before the show started, it was like, it's match fit. It's like, it's match, and he like stood up and like he was singing the national anthem. I was like,
who are you trying to impress?
I don't know, actually.
It's a special shirt. It's the match shirt.
I'm just saying what you did. Okay? Okay, right.
If I told everyone everything you...
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Let's move on, yeah?
We're wrapping up soon. Let's move on. Last one.
Throw that speaker out the window, you know?
No. This is my mum's speaker. Big up the mums on Mother's Day as well. Big up everyone. Thomas the Tank Engine. His lineup is Leno, Tierney, Gabriel, Mari.
Oh. Okay.
What a cool name.
And right back?
Cedric. Oh, no. Sorry. Cedric.
Yeah.
Partey and Xhaka. Aubameyang, Odegaard, Pepe, and Lacazette.
Wow, okay.
This is something Robbie would love. Is this Robbie's team? Oh, no, Mari's in.
Odegaard and who on the right?
Aubameyang, Odegaard, Pepe, and Lacazette.
Pepe's in there.
Oh, what, so no Saka?
Interesting.
There
was some debate about whether Saka maybe needs a rest. Not looked at it the last couple of games since that big night against Benfica, but I think he's allowed that. You know, I don't think he's looked poor. He's just not been at the levels that we saw kind of the month before, but that's okay.
I hear that. I don't think he's looked poor. I think
no, not poor. Oh. No, he's just not looked to the level he was.
I hear that.
Bit tired.
But would you rotate him for today?
No.
You're so
rotate him after.
Yeah, I'll rotate. Same. Thursday I'd rotate him. Depending on
one more Saka.
Just one. Yeah, Saka. Just get through today, please. Start. Oh, we got one super chat. I'm just gonna say it. Sorry, we can't build it.
Yeah, we'll read it out loud quick.
We have to wrap it. Tom LJ says Leno, Cedric, Mari, Luke, Gabriel, Tierney, Partey, Smith Rowe, Pepe, Saka, Laka. I don't rate the Tottenham midfield, so would switch to a 5-3-2.
Wow. Wow, it would be interesting.
All right, interesting. Right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into the build-up.
Yeah, it's only like our 20th show.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, that's true. But we're pondering on new names.
This isn't a fan cam. This is the build-up.
Welcome to the build-up. Thank you for watching the build-up. Make sure you stay tuned for the starting 11.
And don't forget AFTV VIP.
Make sure you check out AFTV VIP. Up next will be the starting 11. Big up to all the mothers on Mother's Day today. Before we go, one more time.
No.
James has done a Piers Morgan and he has left the building. Thank you very much.
This week, it's the North London Derby, and on AFTV Picks, we've got something big to give away. We are giving away a 50-inch HD 4K TV. Trust me, you want to get this. You want to sit down there, watch your TV, and watch Arsenal smash Tottenham in full HD. So what are you waiting for? Get involved right now in our AFTV Picks. It's very simple. Just make your quick selection and you could win yourself the TV. The link is in the description, so get involved now. Come on, you Arsenal.